What is up, people YouTube? It is I, Super Mariozilla, or you can call me Vinny, and today we are going to take a look at the S.H.MonsterArts Rodan and Mothra 2019 2-pack. These versions of Rodan and Mothra come from the film Godzilla King of the Monsters. After Mothra puts herself into a cocoon, the humans wake up almost every titan across the globe with the orca. This includes Rodan, who's also known as the Fire Demon. Rodan is pissed off and chasing after the humans, only for the humans to direct him towards King Ghidorah to get him into a fight. Rodan loses and becomes Ghidorah's I can't curse in cyberkaiju videos, so I don't know. He submits to Ghidorah. Mothra emerges from her cocoon and tries to wake up Godzilla, after learning that she's actually the queen of the monsters. Godzilla is now alive and well, and ready to battle Ghidorah. Mothra shows up to help Godzilla fight Ghidorah, but Rodan swoops in on her, and then they start flailing around and beating the crap out of each other. Mothra wins the fight by stabbing Rodan in the chest. Rodan goes down. Then she dies, sacrificing herself to save Godzilla. Godzilla wins the fight against Ghidorah and kills him. All titans, including Rodan, show up around Godzilla. Rodan then submits to Godzilla, who is the alpha, once more. This set was revealed along with Godzilla and Ghidorah to reveal the designs, but we all thought that both these guys would be separate releases. Instead, Bandai made them a 2-pack and a web exclusive, making the MSRP $105. Is that much? Absolutely. Mothra is a tiny figure and Rodan feels incomplete. What do I mean? Let's not waste any more time and dive right. Actually, before I do, here's how this review is gonna work. I'm going to review Rodan first, looks, articulation, then his accessories. Same with Mothra. Looks, articulation, then accessories. And then I'll have them both share size comparisons. I'm doing things a bit differently, so now let's get started. Now we can dive right in. First is Rodan. Rodan has a great sculpt, but the paint job feels very incomplete. Not because it's unfinished like Ghidorah, but because they didn't go the extra mile for accuracy. Unlike the NECA version, Rodan here does not have lava on the lower parts of his wings, or anywhere else for that matter. All we get is black, ashy dry brushing. The head sculpt is wonderful, which is something I can say for sure. They even gave Rodan little teeth on his beak, and the black has a nice gradient effect on both his horns and mouth. The eyes are symmetrical, but that's only on mine. Keep in mind, if you're getting this set, you may get crappy eyes. The figure itself has all sorts of bumps and grooves, and the black paint does a really nice job of bringing those details out. The wings have a feathery fur-like texture. His hands on his wings are pretty lanky and cool. The body has a lot more of a spiky sculpt, a spike texture to tell you that Rodan doesn't play nice. The legs, while tiny, still rock a lot of details. Rodan's sculpt is fine, but if he had a much more of a burnt black look, the lack of lava would have been forgivable. Other than that, it's less than average, so yeah, it's not great. Although the paint job really did need some work on this figure, the articulation, it's actually pretty damn good for the design, so let's go over it. Head is on a ball joint, as well as the neck. So I can look all the way up, and can look a decent amount down, just looking on straight. Mouth can open and close. Wings are on ball joints. Obviously, they can disconnect from the body. They can also fold pretty far down to make it actually look like his wings are flapping. And how far up can they go? Well, if you disconnect them from the body, then they can go a decent amount up. Legs are on ball joints. They can kick at least this amount forward. Knees and feet are also on ball joints. And the waist is also on the ball joint, so you can make them crouch forward pretty far and crouch backward. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, loose foot on mine. There we go. It's pretty cool. And tail is also on the ball joint. So Rodan's articulation, it may not win awards, but considering the design, they did a pretty nice job giving him articulation, so honestly, I'm going to give it a pass. Does not excuse the issues with the paint though. For accessories, Rodan comes with a flight stand. Like other figures, he has a piece that's molded in his stomach shape. Only this time, it has a bit of a ball joint. Rodan also comes with Act 4 Tamashi clips for dynamic posing. Rodan, I feel, is fine with the accessory department. I don't know what else could have been included. Anyway, setting up the stand is pretty much easy. Get the base, plug the arm into the base, plug whatever piece you want to use into the arm, then plop Rodan on top of it, or have the clips wrap around Rodan. Whatever you want for your display, it's up to you. Moving on to Mothra. If you're expecting her to be any better, well, guess what? She's even worse. Yeah. Mothra is very tiny, and not the good tiny, and her color is blatantly incorrect. She was white, not this crappy caramel color you're seeing here. And even then, her paint quality is pretty thick and not good at all. And her sculpt is a very soft sculpt. The NECA version has a lot more details than this, and that was less than half the price of this set, so I had every right to expect better. The best part about this figure? The wings. Texture is a bit of a furry texture, and the patterns are painted really, really well. Excellent. But that's not saving the figure though. They could have added more details. Instead, they did not care. Pretty much at all. Given Mothra's size, her articulation I think is just fine. As fine as a figure this tiny is anyway. So let's go over it. Wings on ball joints. They could go this high up and this far down. The tiny wings are also on ball joints. They could go this high up and this far down. The wings can also rotate, just in case you want them to. There's no head articulation on this figure at all, because the mold of it does not give it a seam. It's just sculpted on the body, which is kind of lame, but I can understand why. Arms are on ball joints. Tiny ball joints. Yeah, the joints on this figure is tiny, so do not manhandle her, otherwise you will break her. If a joint on your figure is stuck, tough luck. Don't move it. Tiny hands are on ball joints. Legs are also on ball joints. And the waist is also on ball joints. Cool. So, just take a crutch forward to sort of recreate the scene where she jabs Rodan in his heart, I think. Not the heart, but you get what I mean. So the articulation for Mothra, I'll be honest here, it's like the NECA Mothra. You're not really going to get much out of her. Get much posability out of her. So it's not honestly. I don't blame Bandai for it, because with a figure this small, there's like only so much you can do to make her posable without making the joints super duper microscopic, fragile, and tiny. So I forgive Bandai for that for now. So yeah, it's not really a big deal anyway. She has as much articulation as this figure may need anyway, except for the head. Kind of wish that there was a ball joint in the head, but hey, c'est la vie. Well. Like Rodan, Mothra comes with her own flight stand. That's it. Not a Mothra larva or webbing effects. Are you kidding me? Anyway, we get one Act 4 arm and base, and this very tiny clip to hold onto her. It's pretty easy to do, but pretty delicate, so be careful not to break anything, and you'll be fine. Also to note, the instructions state to have 2 more Act 4 arms just to hold up the bigger wings, because they might droop over time. Oh my god. I am at a loss for words here. I can't with this set, guys and gals. Rodan is a pretty nice size and scales well with Godzilla. Mothra, I'm not so sure. She seemed to be a bit bigger in the movie. Not that much bigger, but here she looks like a pipsqueak. I don't know what to say here. It's just not good for her, in my opinion. So, buy, don't buy, or wait for a sale. This is absolutely not acceptable from Bandai. Absolutely not. And they want $100 for this set. Don't pay that much. If you want this set, only get it if you like what you see, or need more articulation for your Rodan and Mothra, then yeah, go for it. If you could find this set for a deal, then that's a bonus. If you don't care about articulation, then by all means, get the NECA figures. I really like the Rodan in this set. I would have liked him more though if he had more lava details that I mentioned earlier. Mothra though is meh. I only enjoy her because of the articulation alone. This set ain't winning awards. Rodan is the good half, Mothra is the meh half. I'm giving the set a 4.5 out of 10.